25-15 the score, 4:11 to go. Reed at the foul line, drives on Chamberlain, is knocked down, and might be hurt. He is. Reed is hurt.
Willis has just received 200 cc of cortisone. Now, I've had cortisone myself, and I think we see Willis coming out.
There he comes right now. 6 feet 10 from Grambling. The captain of the Knicks, the most valuable player of the NBA.
Out of the court, and Willis is receiving a standing ovation. Takes the ball to the foul line. He jumps and it hits the rim and bounces to the right, and now Willis will take part of the pregame warm-up. The cheers because Willis just hit a couple. Now he takes some foul shots. This is the first. Runs over the backboard, puts the second one in.
Hi, I'm Willis Reed of the New York Knickerbockers.
Willis was dominant, physical specimen. Boy, I'll tell you, and he didn't mind knocking anybody down.
I always thought of Willis as the enforcer because he was not only a big guy, strong guy, but he kind of controlled things as a player.
One of the most physical, aggressive players that I ever played against. Willis was tough, played hard, 6'10", and played every inch of it. Very, very tough player, good team player. Tough both offensively and defensively. The thing that Willis loved to do is when you get him on the free throw line beside him, you'd go for the rebound or whatever after free throw, and he'd take his elbow and he'd shove it right into your neck and drag you to the floor.
Willis, was from, I think, Bernice, Louisiana. Very strong physical player, prolific scorer, and he was the core of that New York Knicks team that won those 2 NBA championships.
We play, and I said, well, if there's any way helping me possible, I'm going to go out there because I waited too long in my life for this to happen, and it may not ever happen again.
6:11 to go. Reed, he drives, goes across and stuffs it off the backboard. He missed it. Rebound taken down by New York. Back pass into Reed again. Fall away one-hander is short. Foul call.
There are many moves that a center can use. Number one is just a turnaround jump. Catch the ball in here, and a turnaround jump. All I do is take the ball, turn, jump, and shoot. That time I turn to the left. This time I'll take the same, receive the pass, take the ball, turn right, jump, and shoot. Notice the follow through, the eyes with the arms and the eyes concentrated on the basket. First variation would be thinking this way, going to the basket. Just a spin and going to the basket. Let's see if we can go the other way. Basically the same shot. Fake. Go right into the basket on the layup. All right.
8:35 to go, third quarter. Reed.
3:13 to score, 5:43 to go. Fraser's got the ball, overhand pass to Reed, low post, turns on Chamberlain, puts it up on the rim, it is in.
25-22. To Reed. Willis is underneath. Collins. Can't stop it.
Havlicek, Willis Reed, guarded by Baylor.
By Monroe. That's Bradley. Back to Reed. Reed outside. Got it. Beauty. And Boozer takes him. Reed's inside against Alcindor. Dandridge almost came across. And Reed does.
Willis Reed.
Willis Reed. Triple team. Oh, he is fluid motion.
How did the pros differ from life at Grambling?
Well, the one thing you got to remember, and I remembered, is that you're going to be playing against veteran guys. You're going to play against guys. Some guys have as much as 10 years of NBA experience and has played those many games and stuff. So the physicality of the game in terms of stamina and pure physical strength of the men you're playing against was going to be a lot different. That was the toughest part of it. You really had to make sure you got your rest.
And Willis Reed. Frazier saves it under to his teammate Reed. Hayes defensively.
that walk to the center circle and say, "Good evening, Mr. Chamberlain." Same thing with Bill Russell. I mean, those were two of my biggest opponents. I mean, they were great players. The Chamberlain had already averaged 50 points for a whole season, and Russell had won all those championships. So it was a lot different. I mean, it was things for me to learn. You know, it was things for me to watch how well the other veteran NBA players were playing and how well they were doing.
Off by Van Arsdale. Up court it goes to Russell. To Reed ahead of the field. Dunks it.
Taken by Oscar Robertson. John Havlicek, a lead pass to Reed. And the East leads.
Starting out at the old Madison Square Garden uptown, it had a real soft floor, and it had some dead spots on it. So you were better off passing the ball as opposed to dribbling, because sometimes you would dribble the ball and it just wouldn't come back up because it had dead spots on it.
Knicks will take over in the backcourt. The Knicks go with Frazier and Barnett in the backcourt. Bellamy, Reed, and Russell up front. Barnett has it along the right side. At the high post to Reed. Willis back outside to Bellamy to the cutting Barnett. Lays it up and in.
Willis Reed's favorite shot. Willis.
8th, 1970. Both teams were out, doing pregame warm-ups. And when Willis came out of the locker room, dragging his leg, that had to be one of the loudest noise I ever heard. I've been in a lot of crazy games, not just in Garden, but just in general. Yankee Stadium, Super Bowl.
Back to 1970, when some of our older generation fans may recall when Willis Reed was not supposed to play in the 1970 seventh game finals against the Lakers, and at the last moment walked onto the Garden court and then hit two jump shots, played maybe 22 minutes, and the Knicks were inspired to beat the Lakers. That was the loudest crowd I have ever heard when he walked out from right under our broadcast booth.
And the big question tonight is, what is the status of Willis Reed? The Knicks and Lakers are warming up down on the court. The Knicks to our left and the Lakers to our right. Everybody in the house looking for Willis Reed. Willis is not taking part in the warm-up.
First quarter. Willis Reed, 17 feet. Barnett. Reed over Alcindor. Willis Reed, 14 feet. Boozer tried to tip it. Reardon to Reed. Lou couldn't get it.
So now the crowd rising. Here comes Willis Reed. Reed making his way from the dressing room area out of the court. And Willis is receiving a standing ovation. Takes the ball to the foul line. He jumps and it hits the rim and bounces to the right. And now Willis will take part of the pregame warm-up. The cheers because Willis just hit a couple. Now he takes some foul shots. This is the first. Looks over the backboard, puts the second one in. And the crowd roars. And this will continue right through the pregame warm-up.
Reed. Mismatch against McLaughlin. He's got two more. Bradley from the top of the key. Dandridge and Reed. It is Reed, and he gets his basket.
Up again and misses this time. Rebound by Nelson, but he dropped it. Picked off by Reed, out to Meminger, to Frazier, Havlicek.
cross court, head of the foul circle. Drives on Comides, goes down the lane, lays it off, blocked by Reed.
Oscar Robertson looks into Lou, gives instead to Dandridge, and Dandridge has the shot blocked by Reed. And to Baylor. And Willis Reed.
Captain of the ball club, Willis Reed. Willis with a 26.8 average against the Lakers. And Willis is getting a tremendous standing ovation. So John Condon waits before continuing with the introduction as the crowd continues to roar for Willis Reed. Frazier got it by West, left side of the lane, outside Reed, jumps from 20. 6-2, Lakers nothing. Here's West. Barnett to Reed on the forecourt, right side from 20, jump. Yes.
You know, he would rather die than miss this game tonight. You know, that's just the type of thing it was.